Hello, this is the Trade Site U.S. Stocks and Futures Market Preview for the week beginning Monday, the 28th of September, 2015, and ending Friday, the 2nd of October. I will be off the desk and not probably in the room on Monday and Tuesday, so Rich and Mark will be handling it. As usual, charts brought to you by eSignal 12. If you've not taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple weeks, and let's go from here. Here's a look at the ES front month futures contract. This is the daily chart. Negative week here in the markets, came back down, and once again, after retesting the green line up top, which is the 61.8% fib retracement of the down move in August, came back down and retested exactly the green line at the bottom at the low on Thursday. Bounced off of that, gapped up Friday, and then sold off late in the day, and ended up even on the ES, and I'll show you that in a minute. Negative on the NQ. So overall, this picture still looks bleak to me. I do not like the look of this. It looks like we're starting to get the rollover. A crack of that green line is certainly going to be a trigger because you've bounced off of it twice now, right? So it's a set support level. Break that and look out below. So for the day on Friday, S&P closed down less than a point, so basically flat. But that still is a key technical move over the course of the week. NASDAQ side, however, the NASDAQ 100 closed down 36 points. That's pretty negative. We've got the SOX index closed up 3. Biotech's closed down 172, and look at that. That is not. So this is what you got to look out for in the broad market. Is this move next, right? This is kind of a similar chart, obviously, and this comes next, and it does not look good for the biotechs, generally speaking, going forward. The VIX, on the other hand, was only up 15 cents, which is not a big deal. The TRIN was closed at 1.05. That leaves the 10-day moving average at 1.27. NASDAQ volume 1.88, almost 1.9 billion shares. So again, good volume 4 days this week, but not the one day with the Jewish holiday, where the volume was way down at 1.45. So got to be aware of everything that's going on in the world for that. Advanced decline ratio closed negative almost 1,000 on the NASDAQ, meaning there were almost 1,000 more stocks down than up on Friday. And meanwhile, on the New York, 100 more stocks down than up, not a big deal. Google closed down 14 and changed. Notice that 13 sell signal back just over a week ago. Pretty right on the money, isn't it? Apple, on the other hand, is up since the 13 buy signal just 5 days ago. But it did close down 29 cents on Friday. And, of course, the market's fighting the bounce there. Amazon down 9.50. That red static trend line probably comes into play on Amazon. Netflix down 1.52. Put call ratio closing high at 1.188. So keep an eye on that. That's a pretty high close the last couple of days on the put call ratio. And we've got crude oil closing pretty flat for the month, actually, 45.35. All right, so what do we have to look forward to this week? Let's start by looking at the intra-week action in 10-minute candles so we can see what we got this week. And you can go all the way back to you see the prior Friday. So a small gap up Monday, filled the gap, closed about where we opened. Tuesday, big gap down, cupped out and closed right where we opened. Wednesday, opened flat, closed right about where we opened. See the pattern? 3 days in a row, closing basically where we opened. Thursday, gap down again. This time rallied just a little bit. Friday, gapped up, flat for most of the day. It's a Friday after all, and then rolled, broke those lows finally, and filled the gap. So the only gap that's not filled is the one from Monday close to Tuesday's gap down open. That has not filled yet, so potentially that could still happen. Overall, the week was fairly contained, and again, there were 3 gaps of reasonable size, and those aren't always the best. Here's a look at the NASDAQ side, pretty similar, although the close on Friday was a little more negative. It closed closer to the lows here. All right, let's take a look at economic data that's coming out this week. Monday, personal income and spending, PC prices, and pending home sales 30 minutes into the market. Tuesday, the Case-Shiller 20-City Housing Price Index, consumer confidence 30 minutes into the market. That can move the market. Wednesday, 7 a.m. Eastern Time, MBA Mortgage Index, ADP Employment Change, Chicago PMI, and and crude oil inventories. That's the weekly number there. Thursday, October 1st, Challenger job cuts, initial and continuing jobless claims, ISM index, construction spending, natty gas. That's a weekly number, auto and truck sales. Friday, non-farm payrolls, unemployment rate, hourly earnings, average work week, and factory orders. So most of the data that matters is stacked on the last 2 days of the week. It's a lighter week early on. But the other thing that you have to be aware of here, and this is very important, is that the Wednesday is the last day of September, which is the last day of the quarter. So a lot of times prices will get pegged for quarter-ending statements, maybe Tuesday and going into Wednesday could be light. Now we'll see, because the market, to me, the chart of the market is poised for a move down, and we're starting to head that way the last couple of days. And if we start to kind of lose a grip there, maybe it doesn't matter that it's end of quarter, but certainly usually last day of the quarter would be a flat day on Wednesday. And then we're heading into the fall. We're a month away from the time changes and whatnot. We already had one last weekend in New Zealand. It'll happen in Europe here shortly, and then the U.S. over Halloween weekend. So mostly I'm going to be out Monday, Tuesday for the most part. So Wednesday, maybe it's short, slow, maybe it's not. Thursday and Friday, though. Thursday, I think, will be the better trading day of the week. A lot of data. Friday, there's some data early at least to get us maybe something going on before things slow down for the weekend. Everybody have a great trading week, and we will talk to you later.